What madness has its clutches around Pariki's overlook? The mountain shakes, bellows of anguish echo over the wind. And a shadow rose from the streets to cover Queen's Birth on its way to the sea. Now the traders look to me for answers I do not have. Nothing but panic and contradiction make their way to my ears. Tell me what happened. So his was the heart I felt beating in my city. For what did the Guild endanger my city with this creature? I will hear Myru's report. No! To lose a teacher of Myru's skill while Rawatai points their cannons at us? Tekehu, my sympathies. I know yours was a turbulent apprenticeship.
Makera, the Guild, they fought bravely, Highness.
Send every bird from my master water shapers. Tell them to cleave the ocean in half if they must. They will come to Nekataka now. I once told Myru she was not allowed to retire while Rawatai's fleet darkened my ports. Nagati is not done testing me, I say. Pariki was a whaler before she took up Nagati's art. I say her largest trophy was a secret, well kept. Kahanga legends tell us that our ancestors made compacts with the creatures of the Deadfire. Send for Ranga Hauhua of the Wapua tribe. If she could soften the hearts of my cats, I say dragons are not beyond her.
Ikera, but I cannot believe... Highness, would you trap another of Ngati's ancient pets?
I would go any distance to protect my people. Can Nagati's chosen say the same? Speak on, Watcher. As surely as a tide swelling over the shore, I feel you are not finished. Then Pariki's students had an advantage in their lessons, I say, and Myru's after her, all at the cost of this beast's freedom. If water shaping is not as our ancestors taught it, we cannot reckon how much of the original form we have lost. What became of the dragon, Watcher, if the power of this beast strengthened our guild? No, no, I say! Nagati close her teeth around your boat and Wodika scrawl your name in her log of disgrace. A favor? Amira, save me from your charity. If my apprentices struggle to learn Nagati's art, then we have no hope of replenishing the ranks. And I do not have the luxury of patience. I cannot keep Rawatai in check if they do not recognize our strength. The Guild can outlast this, but our enemies will test us beyond what we can endure. Then you are nothing but a fish puppet Ngati sent to trick us with cheap lures of hope. Even in desperate times, this falls beneath the expectations of the Kahanga crown. You may see yourself out. Wait. Water Shapers have kept this city in the hands of the Kahanga. A queen cannot do this alone. You may work off your debt to the crown. I will swallow my pride if it keeps an ally under my roof. Thank the goddess. Pray that she finds you worthy of service. My water-shaping masters will arrive soon, and I say the guild will be stronger for their guidance. But a queen's work is not finished until she has endured all of Nagati's trials. I could send birds to every Ranga and rally them to our cause, but Neketaka needs more than strength. We need pure Huana fury. We need the Wahaki. My brother calls the Wahaki the last true Huana. He's severe on the Kahanga, but I do not call him wrong. The tribe hates all foreigners. Passing ships are attacked on sight, and explorers never make it back to the beach. I have hesitated to let the trading companies see my teeth, but those days are behind us. Filling the seas with Wahaki war canoes will strike terror in the heart of even Rawatai's Iron Fleet. Ask. I would not have you journeying to Oryokoiki uninformed. It is said the Wahaki did unspeakable things to survive the downfall of our ancestors, cannibalizing the injured and making blood sacrifices to the gods. As the dust settled, the other tribes learned to keep their distance from the tribe. Those who do not think like my brother say the Wahaki never recovered from the loss of Ukaizo. The corpses refer to the pungent Koiki trees. The curse. There are Nguithan ruins on the isle. I say our ancestors were either superstitious or had no taste for Koiki. The Huana are always stronger together than we were apart. I want the Wahaki to remember this. Today, we are tribes, united under the gods. Tomorrow, we can be an empire, and the Deadfire our protected haven. Akira, then you will seek out the Wahaki and bring their strength to the Kahanga? Sail for the Isle of Oryokoiki and return when you have an answer from the tribe, whether fair or foul. The island lies northwest of Neketaka. There is a phrase which will protect my royal herald. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. If you remember this, it could save your life. Write it down if you must, but recall it when the time comes. The Wahaki are not a trusting people.
I thought Aothus was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortals. What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods. And you knew things he did not. Ah. For what does he listen to you, then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing. He has inhabited a giant body and drained the souls of thousands. Can he be anything but committed? I could not imagine the inner workings of a god. But then, I am not meant to. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward light. To be worshipped, to have others interpret your design. Such a burden, and mortals demand it so. For what should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller? Hekara, I did not wish to burden you. These days I am having to think harder than my pampered years. You will forgive the handsome fish if he is as curious as the green god. At least Aethys has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is something for future Tekehu to worry about.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt. My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential. But isn't it easier to let sculptures represent you? Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
You have questions? Hekara, I have answers. Hekara, what say? Haruihi would not have told you the entire story. There is a good reason. Whatever is happening in the gullet, I believe that water shapers are at the center of it. Let me explain. When water shapers are not attending to their duties, they are dispatched into the city. Nekataka's great sculptures require some maintenance to hold their form. Unless you are Ngati's chosen, Myru keeps a tight leash. One evening, I snuck out and followed a group of shapers. I expected to find myself in Serpent's Crown. And to my surprise, they went down to the gullet. There are no water sculptures in the Raparu district. The crown only flaunts our power where it can be displayed for foreigners. At least, a better class of foreigners than the type who frequent the gullet. We are not forbidden from entering the gullet, but it is simply not done. If they have broken the crown's law, I simply want to know how and why. You have questions? Hekara, I have answers. Between the crown and the guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say. If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island. If people need hope, they should pray harder, or look to their own grindstone. I say there is me, Tekehu, and there is the Tekehu others would make like a coconut husk doll. The more I try to be the Tekehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say? But it is the adoring people who made Tekehu the savior of the tribes. Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced. I only dismiss what others would make of me. Kara, I know what I am. I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles.
Well, you've certainly made up for lost time.
If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual. I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end. How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
Apologies. I say I'd never miss an opportunity to talk about myself. You have questions? Ikera, I have answers. The art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift from Mother Ngati to her chosen people. Since devastation swept our way of life out to sea, too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati's talent into a series of postures and meditations we call the 4 forms of water shaping. Fabrications, I say, meant only to siphon power from her dragon wards. But there is an echo of truth in them still. Try as we might to embody Ngati's element, our bodies are not water. Ikera, this is the form of grief, a beginner's test. The body's internal water is a force that conquers all. Even the mountain will bow to the stream. The form of hope, I say. Water commands its vessel, and the vessel can be shaped as surely as the mountain. The form of metamorphosis, Ikera? The art is a challenge to grasp, difficult to master, and impossible to perfect. Unless you are Ngati's chosen, I say. It is only by force of habit that I omit the final form. We do not speak of it in the guild. The form of transcendence. Only a story, I say. Even crafty Periki could not commit this ancient form to her scrolls. It was said that our ancestors could shape the very oceans of the Deadfire. This was Ngati's true gift, but we have yet to recover it from the ruins of our past. Ikera, speak on. The Kahunga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, Father called me his blue topaz boy. Oh, I could not be kept from the water, so my father taught me how to dive for pearls and azada snails. Ngati filled my palms with riches on every harvest, I say. When I came of an age to begin a man's pursuits, the Mataru reached out to the Kahunga Queen. Weighing my arrival against the forces that descended on her territory, the Queen could not invite Ngati's chosen into the Water Shapers Guild fast enough. In hard times, the endorsement of a goddess is more valuable than currency. Ikera, high winds stirred the vigor of the seas. 2 huts collapsed before our local storm speaker could shout down the weather. They say the skies only cleared when I fell into the midwife's basket. Peace had returned to the island, or so the Mataru predicted. Doubtless, I say, but I am the most precious gem of recent history. Godlike are revered as bringers of local change, but only Ngati's chosen is thought to deliver an omen for all Huana at once. Ikera, speak on. Ngati spoke to you. Ha! To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through. What mother doesn't? You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Akira, but send her my fondest wishes.
At once. shield must meet you. Now you be right screwed. Not too long.
That's it, my friends. Need something stronger.
Kara, it is no problem.
Where?
Need something stronger.
Not to alarm you. Not to alarm. But I'm slow. Diamond poison. It's hardly more than half hour,
Hmm? I'd be glad to.
Thanks, stranger. Don't think I could have made it without you. These Skulder had been picking folk off for weeks, picking on the weak. Those too young, old, or sick to fight them off. Maybe it was stupid, but I couldn't let that go on, not if I could help it. Nah. I mean, maybe a little. Like it? My father left it for me. Told me that one day I'd defend the Deadfire with it. Not really. Father found it and brought it home. He said he got it from some Dirwidian pirate captain with a dog named Griffin. But, well, sometimes his tales were a bit taller than true. I doubt it, but thanks for saying so all the same. Anyway, I think you should have this. For what you did, and for what you can do with it. That's Father's doing. He traveled all over and he insisted that I learn Adiran, Valian, and Rawatayan. I even know a few phrases in Anutanic. It would mean a lot to me if you took it. Besides, it's a bit big for me. I should probably stick with daggers and the like. No, thank you for coming along when you did. And what's more, for helping. I truly appreciate what you did. Not everyone in Nekataka steps in for a neighbor. I need to be getting back to Mother, though. I probably shouldn't take home Skulder meat, should I?
What can I do?
The black market. I have heard of it, but I have never been. I prefer to keep my head on my shoulders, Akira. But Anoi might know. Though he is blind, there is no part of the gullet he does not see.
Aye. What say you, boy? I can hear you breathing, boy. Now, no breath but flapping arms from your companion. Is he soft of mind? You must be charitable to have taken him in. I hear much and many things, like the footsteps of a god on the horizon. I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would.
At least piety can thrive in this dark and unforgiving burrow.
That sea-swept voice. One of Andra's own comes to visit me at last. The Raparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly, it is an agony.
Starving? Are the gods so occupied that they cannot see inside the mountain?
This is the Huana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least. The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Kuaru provided skilled goods and services. The tribe takes care of the Raparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain, Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing. Ulug was never late with his shipments, always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
Onakaza will listen. Her concern holds this island together.
Perhaps you can achieve what those of my caste cannot. Gain us favor with the crown, and always we Raparu will be indebted to you. I've lived for many years in this gullet. My skin and bones have withered with each year, twisted harder, so that the Raparu now call me Taki Takiri. Though you can see, I am not very big or much sturdy. If a dispute arises within the gullet, I will see it resolved. That I can promise you. Both time and tragedy have rotted the gullet into a place of filth and crowdedness. Once, we Raparu lived in a fine neck of the city. That time has fallen, and with it, the ruins of our old city under Neketaka. Long before the foreigners swarmed us, a sea quake rumbled our city, and the mountain cratered down. Many cried to Andra, and were swallowed for their efforts. Now the Mataru send us into the ruins of the old city to be punished. Within that pit lies darkness and death. Not silence, but an end.